What is up, YouTube? It's Z. What I have for you today is an unusual deck that I've been hinting on the spellcasters. It is Infernities. Infernities is really fun to play, but it can be quite hard as well when you're going against the meta. So let's get to it. So you run one Armageddon Knight, 2 send a dark to the graveyard. Gruffer, summon, get a dark from your hand, and send a dark from your deck to the graveyard. So you're pretty much a walking foolish burial when it's summoned once per turn. So, and then the newest addition in this deck is Archfiend Harris. What I can do is I can pitch this, and then get the effect to search and get a Archfiend in his name. So I can search for most of the Archfiend, anything that has his name in Archfiend, I can get it. So yeah. And then I run 3 Archfiend, Infernity Archfiend. Pretty much, if you special this, you can add a Infernity from your deck to your hand. Obviously, you'll get the barrier and the breaks, or you can get a launcher if you have all the plays. And then 3 Necromancer. Pretty much your monster reborn. If you have no cards in your hand, once per turn, I can select target Infernity in the graveyard, special summon it, so I can special summon this back and get the effect again. And then I run 1 Infernity Avenger, just because this is, I was supposed to make this an XYZ build, but then I decided to splash in some synchros in it as well, so to, be flexible about it. So pretty much, if you guys don't know what Avenger does, is if a monster is destroyed by battle sent to your graveyard, I can special this, and it gains a level according the same as the destroy monster. So if my Archfiend dies, I can special Avenger. Avenger becomes level 4, then I can synchro and make plays on it. And then obviously you gotta run the 2 Stygian Street Patrols. Yeah, you kind of knew that this entire deck mostly is all foreign. There's French and German and Italian in here. But yeah, pretty much what Stygian does is it discards in your graveyard. I can banish it, special summon a Fiend type that's 2000 or less. Yeah. So obviously you would go Gruffer, pitch this if you have this in your hand, or if you draw on this, you can just pitch it, and then you can just banish and special summon an Archfiend from your hand. And then the last monster is 2 Summoner Monks. You guys know what Summoner Monk does. It goes in defense, pitch a spell, special summon 4, but it can't attack. So you would use it to set up your place and make first turn level of a chain. So that's it for monsters. We on to spells. 1 launcher. What launcher does is once per turn activated, I can ditch an Archfiend, ditch an Infernity into the graveyard, and if I have no cards in the hand, I can tribute this to target 2 Infernity and special them. Double pot of duality, just because consistency. I always like 2, never 3. I don't know, I just don't like running 3. 3 is the bad thing. 1 for 1. Just in case if I have, I have a card in my hand, but I don't want it. I can just go 1 for 1, discard it. Special Avenger. And then I have no cards in hand, then I can activate all my plays. Double instant fusion. Really good. First turn if I don't open up. So, but I pay 8,000 life points though. And then triple MST. Gotta win the spell, field spell war, and the back rows as well. So, gotta run 3. 1 Monster Gate. I'm not really a big fan of Monster Gate, but it did help. That the one game I had with Ghost Tricks, I had to Monster Gate my Avenger because I have it in my hand. I had to summon it, set 5, sorry, and then just Monster Gate, get all the plays, search for it, activate everything, and it goes off. 1 Foolish Burial because you gotta run Foolish, and then Reinforcement of the army. Yeah, they're foreign as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of foreign cards, but I mean, if they're cheap, I'll buy. On one Book of Moon, just because Book of Moon is good. And the last two spells, 2 Transmogrified. I was playtesting this. Transmogrified is actually not too bad. I might bump this down to 1, but 2. On and off is okay. I mean, if I have a Necromancer, the Veiler, I just go Transmogrified and get Archfiend instead, and then they -1, I +1, I guess, because, you know, yeah. We have the traps, 1 warning, 1 compulse, 1 rare force, 1 bombless, standard. Nothing much to say about that. And then for the traps, Infernity traps, I mean, I run 3 Infernity breaks. Don't know if you guys don't know what it does. If I control no cards in my hand, I can banish an Infernity in its name and pop a card. And then obviously you run 3 barriers. This one is if it's a spell, trap, or monster, if it activates, I have no cards in hand, negate it, it's a solemn judgment. So yeah. So that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck. The extra deck, I'm still working on it. I don't have everything yet, so bear with me. 1 Levier, because you could make it with 2 Necromancer and get back the cards. 1 Gemini Pro, just for the Ophion. Only 1 Lavolvo Chain. I will get a second one, just because, you know, I thought 1 is all I needed, but you need 2, so I will get a second one and probably replace it with something, I don't know, 2. 1 Daigusto Emerald. 1 Evil Storm Nightmare. This card's okay. I haven't, you know, summoned it yet, but it's a good Steel Storm Roach. It just special summon books it. Photon Pavel Operative, really awesome. Flip Switcher and attack will lose 600 and then attack. Maestroke Book of Moon, Dire Wolf. Yeah, Dire Wolf. Beast Dweller, Mermail, and Cowboy, Burn for Game. And then for the Synchros, I run 1 Stygian Sergeant, just because I could make a rank 5 in here, and then when it attacks, destroy a monster, gains 800, and it will be attacking for 3k again. And then for rank Synchro 5, Synchro 8, Void Ogre and Infernity Doom Dragon. I make 8 really easily, then 6. 6 never happens, but it does happen, really, but not a lot. I make 8 all the time. I mean, I made Infernity Doom Dragon the most out of it. 3k24, and then sometimes if I need to go against dragons, and you go like, you know, I just go like, make Void Ogre Dragon. But yeah, I mean, I make these 2 the most. And then for the fusion, I have Darkfire Dragon and Carbona Warrior, but this one will be replacing for what is it? That Flame Zombie guy. So I will be replacing that so I can access into my Levier. For side deck, there's really not much to side. I randomly put cards in here like 2 Rykos, Maxi, as you can see, not falling down my hand. 1 Puppet Plant, just because there is Spellcasters and Warriors. I mean, like, you know, Noble Knights, I can just steal them. Eradicator Epidemic Virus, just because they're all dark, I can do it. I side Darkhole in, just because I don't like to main it. 1 Dust Tornado, it happens. And then 2 Vanity Emptiness. So yeah, I mean, it's not really a full 15, you know, X side deck, but this is what I have right now, but then I don't know what to do. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the deck profile Infinities. I will be updating it. I'm quite new at playing this, so I do misplay all the time, so yeah. Well, you gotta learn from it. So, hope you guys like it. Enjoy.